Good morning, everybody. Hello, and welcome. It's Thursday morning, April 23rd, 2026. And my name is Jennifer Cotton, and this is the Stamping Morning Show. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas, and that means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So good morning and welcome. Thank you for being here. Whether it's your first time or you're coming back, thank you very much. I see Robin and MJ are already here over on YouTube. There was another comment earlier. That's weird. That's weird. Show comments on stage. I don't know what that means. Interesting. Anyway, I'm sorry, but there were comments that people said hi before I actually clicked go live, and now those comments are missing, so I don't remember who it was. But welcome, Robin and MJ and Lori. Good morning in Minnesota. Linda, good morning in Idaho. Happy Thursday morning to you, Linda. And Tina, good morning to you. Hey, Sue, good morning from sunny Frederick, Maryland. Great to see everybody. So again, this is the Stamping Morning Show every Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Central right here on Facebook and YouTube. Welcome. Thank you for being here. As you come on, please say hi. Make a comment, give a thumbs up, a like, a share. Click the share button, copy, paste, whatever you want. And that does all help me. So thank you very much. My name's Jennifer Cotton. And like I said, I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I have been for 24 years now, and this is my full-time business. So watching this video is helpful to me. So thank you very much. And hopefully you'll see some things you like today in the show. So coming up in the show, we're going to talk about my upcoming events. We're going to talk about Stampin' Up! Promotions, and Jennifer, that's me, promotions, as well as other stamping news. And then I will make 4 projects for you today as well. And then those will be offered as a class that you can get free with an order, or you can actually come take the class with me, and you can even purchase it. So lots of ways to get that class. All right. So welcome and thank you for being here. And like I said, this is my full-time business. So of course you can purchase the products from me. And then I offer lots of things, including events, all offered to go. Anyone in the U.S. can take those. Some are offered in person here in near Midlothian in Cedar Hill, Texas. And then I have the weekly free videos, retreats, crafting cruises, and more. So definitely subscribe, follow, turn on notifications, all the stuff. And right now you can sign up for my email newsletter in this video. Up here in Facebook is the link, and down here in YouTube is that link to get those emails. Okay, so we are going to, I was like reading my notes. I need to remind you that I will be adding timestamps to the video in YouTube later today manually. That will allow you to skip around to the part of the video you want to watch or rewatch. So if you're watching replay, you may have those timestamps. I add those manually today. And then tomorrow I will manually add a link right here that will take you straight here to stamptherapist.com. That's my blog where you can go to get all the info, event registrations, team information, pictures of the cards I made in the videos, of course, info about my specials, Stampin' Up! Specials, etc. So that is coming for you tomorrow. Ooh, we got 2 Marylanders here, Tina and Sue. Emily, good morning. And humid Houston, but at least it's not raining again, right? Beverly, good morning. Good to see you. Been talking to Beverly this morning. Thanks, Tina. She says 24 years is awesome. It will be 25 years in November, I think. I think November is 25 years, Tina. I signed up in 2001, November 01. It's when I joined Stampin' Up, not having a clue that I would do it as a business. I thought I was going to make, I was hoping to make like $100 extra a month so I could have some spending money. I was broke. Carmen, good morning. Carrie, good morning from beautiful North Woods of Is that with Wisconsin? For some reason, it's not showing your emoji. Look at that. I think it's Wisconsin. Sorry, they're moving. When do I leave for my cruise? Diane, good morning in Minnesota. Cindy, good morning. Cindy, thanks for sharing. Yeah, click that share button, y'all. On both platforms, you'll see an arrow like to share. And if you click it and then copy the link, it counts, even if you don't paste it. But if you paste it, of course, that's helpful. When am I leaving on my cruise? Our Stampin' Up! Cruise, I'm not sure which one you're asking about, but the one that I earned from Stampin' Up! To Alaska is in June, the beginning of June. And then my cruise that I'm hosting with my friend April McCright is in August of 2027, and there are only 8 spots left. Okay, 8 crafter spots. We can take as many cruisers as we want, but crafting, we only have 8 spots left. Okay, let's jump into this show and get started. We're going to start out with your crafting calendar. So get out your pen and paper, your calendar, whatever, however you jot down what you want to take advantage of so that you can get these deadlines and events. So first up is my monthly classes. Every single month, card class, scrapbook class, and stamp a stack of cards class. Every single month, you can participate in these classes. Now, all of my events are going to have a PDF tutorial included. You can purchase the PDF only, or you can get it free with your class registration. So anyone in the world can purchase the PDF tutorial, and anyone in the US can purchase the class packets. Again, they're all offered to go. Some are in person. We're going to cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible. Unless otherwise stated, you may need to own the featured bundled dies to die cut your stuff. You'll cut your own designer paper or kit components if they are included in the fee. And like I said, you can get those tutorials only. Of course, my team gets those tutorials for free. So the first events every month, I do 3 classes: card class, stamp a stack class, and scrapbook class. Wall art class. They are this weekend in 2 days from now, Saturday. So guess what I'll be doing today? Typing tutorials and then starting to pack. But these are in Cedar Hill, Texas in person, or you can take them to go and they'll be mailed Monday, April 27th. By the way, everybody, shipping, U.S. Post Office shipping is going up on Sunday. Side note, I'm going to try to postage mine by Saturday. It's going up. But anyway, okay. I'm going to make the card class cards today. So you can come join us Saturday in Cedar Hill and make these 4 cards for only $20 or free with a $20 order. Or if you can't make it in person, you can use the link and purchase the class for $20 plus shipping. Or you can place in a $35 or more order with me today by Sunday, $35 or more online order, and you'll get that class packet to make the cards that I'm gonna make today, mailed to you for free shipping on that. These are the stamps I'm going to use, which I will talk about, of course, when I start stamping, but the main ones are Forever Florals, okay, and Help Me Grow, and then this one's for you, MJ, Unbridled Beauty, and Isabel. MJ and Isabel, that's what that one's for. That's who that one's for, I should say. Okay. Hey, Cindy, we'll have to finish with the replay. No problem. Hilda, good morning to you. Good to see everybody here. Don't forget to say hi as y'all come on, and then just give, please, one little like, one little thumbs up, share, all that. All that's good. Every time I tell y'all to do it, I do it on my iPad, which is on Facebook. Yes, MJ. It's a simple card, but still. Okay, so those 4 classes. Let's go back to the screen real quick. So we have card class. That's just 4 cards. We cut the designer paper. We give you the piece of ribbon. We give you the little sheet of embellishments, like 3 gems or whatever. And so it's ready to stamp and assemble. You can get it free with an online order or come take it in person. There's a link to register if you're taking it in person or buying it, or you can just place that order. All that info is in this video description right now, or it will be on my blog at 11 a.m. Central today. All right, the next 2 classes, I have 2 left of Stamp a Stack and 2 left of wall art. Stamp a Stack, oh, I forgot to bring the cards over here. I need to go grab them. It's 8 cards, 4 designs, 2 of each. You get for both of those over $20 in merchandise. And we cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible. So Scott is cutting Stamp-A-Stack this month. He's still die cutting for y'all. It's not a ton of die cutting for him to do this time, but still, he's still doing it. We're going to get these packaged up by tomorrow because my class in person is Saturday. Let me go grab the cards. Hopefully I can get them quickly, and they might have sticky notes on them. But while I do look back here at the wall art, I know they're blurry, but that's what wall art is. And that one is here too. So I'll grab it also. So I can show y'all sneak peeks. There's only 2 left of each one. And they're while supplies last. So let me grab them. Sorry. Totally forgot. It's on my list to do, but I didn't do it. And I know my voice probably went down because I stepped away from the microphone. Okay, so you're going to make 2 of each. And the stamp set is called Friendly Foliage. So here's one card. Isn't that cute? The designer paper, by the way, that's included with your fee is the Delicate Dreams. Is that what it's called? Let me look it up real quick. And I got logged out of Stampin' Up. It is not orderable again because it's very popular. So if you want some of that designer paper, sign up for my class. Delicate Dreams. Let me see. Yeah, that's what it's called. It's a specialty paper. It's gorgeous, and it's temporarily unavailable again. Postage is crazy, right, Tina? I know. Katie, good morning. Jackie, good morning. Martha, good morning. Martha, what the heck? Martha trying to play with us now, putting a butterfly on here when she's terrified of butterflies. I thought it was a coffee cup. Love it, Martha. Okay, so that was one card. Then we're going to make this card. It's a fun fold. I'm going to remove my little sticky note. This was inspired by my friend Diane at retreat. She was like, you should make, or she didn't say that, but she said, I like this kind of fun fold. And I said, okay, Diane, I'll do it. Fine. Then we're going to do this one. Again, let me remove, I have sticky notes stuck to these. You're going to make 2 of those. Look at that gorgeous paper. And this is my favorite one. We're going to make 2 of these. Okay, so you can take it in person or to go. Sorry, that lighting was weird. In person or to go. Only 2 packets left. It includes over 20 in merch. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible. You stamp and assemble, or you can come be in person with us. And I'm going to stick this over here. Ugh. Okay. So that's Stamp-A-Stack. And Cheryl, good morning to you. I don't know what else. Oh, you can join the club for Stamp-A-Stack or just take the single class. The class is $40. And it includes over 20 in merch, and we do all that work for you. 8 cards. Or the club is $38 a month, and you can cancel anytime, but after 6 consecutive months, you get a free gift from me. So I'll just pop that club information on the screen real quick. You can join Stamp-A-Stack Club and Wall Art Club, or one or the other, or both. Save $2 a month, cancel anytime, occasional additional gifts, free gift after 6 consecutive months, over 20 in merch. We cut, die cut, punch. You get the idea. Okay, here's the wall art. It's in a container here, and it's in a page protector. So let me pull it out. This is really, in my opinion, it's really cute. And it's the Sweet Bugs bundle. So if you want the packet to make this, 2 left. Super cute bugs, sweet bugs. It's just like spring. It's cute. It could be for a baby room, a kid room, a craft room. Decorate your craft room. Makes a great gift if you're going to like, like something someone's hosting and you want to take them a gift. Put it in a 12 by 12 shadow box, like that one up there, etc. Or just decorate your craft room with it. So there it is in a page protector. It's ready to take to class. Okay, so that is that. I'm going to throw this now over here as well. Excuse me. Sorry. Those 2 classes, you can still sign up or join the club. Sue wants a Stamp-A-Stack. Yes. If you want to use the link right now, you can, Sue. to make sure you lock it in case anyone else uses the link. If you have access to it, it's on the blog right now, stamptherapist.com under events, but otherwise I'll email you after the video. All right. Thank you. Okay. So we're going to move on from that event. Sorry, I talked really long about that one. Next event is Stampin' Up's virtual album retreat, y'all. I'm still trying to promote this. It's such a good value. If you're not into scrapbooking, first of all, sign up for Scrapbooking 101 with me. It's free. I'm going to teach you how you can scrapbook too, whether you're behind, whether you've never done it, whether you're interested or not interested. You might get interested after you see what I'm going to tell you. Anyway, but so even if you have never scrapbooked or you're very into it, you can do this class. If you're a stamper, you can do the virtual album because Stampin' Up will give full instructions step by step. There's PDF and video instructions. Video is recorded. You can watch it over and over again. And you will have a completed album when you're done that you can just drop photos into. A 20-page album. Okay. So it is $250. It includes approximately $238 in product. This is Jennifer math or Jennifer estimations. Some of the items I know the exact value because we sell them, and others I had to guess because they're not sold separately. But that's what I estimate. $238 in product, 24 or more hours of instruction, a 20-page album professionally designed, and if you purchase it from me, you're going to get a $43 12x12 album to put your pages in for free. By purchasing it, of course, you'll earn rewards, $25 if you pay full price. Of course, if you have any rewards, you can apply those to it. So it can be super cheap. I'm not going to name names, but I was talking to a customer yesterday and I just thought of this. So I didn't tell her, but if you're watching, you know who you are. She has almost $200 in credits to spend right now. You could get this kit for less than $50. Basically, if you use your credits. So some of y'all have saved up your credits for a long time, etc. And that goes for demos too. Okay, anyway. But if you pay the full price, $250, you'll earn $25 in rewards to spend on your next order. Of course, if you're a demonstrator, by the time you get your discount and rewards, it's going to reduce that price to girl math about $162 to $175, depending on how big your discount is. Everybody gets a discount. Yeah, so it's a great deal. Let me see. I think I have another graphic here. There's the free album you'll get from me. And there are actually videos, which I can share again. I'm going to share one more graphic from Stampin' Up, where they show us every single page that we're going to make. So you can see how awesome the designing is. You're going to get a shimmer pen in there, 2 white gel pens, linen thread, and embellishment, 2 full stamp sets that are in 2 cases. They're giant, and more. So if you have any questions, let me know. The videos are at the end of this month, I believe, maybe this weekend. I can't remember the dates because I will not be able to watch it live. I do know that, but I don't think it's this weekend. I think it's like the 28th or something is when they start. If anyone knows, pop it in the comments. To me, the dates aren't important because you can watch replay. I mean, they're important if you're very excited and you have free time. But since I don't have the free time, I'll be fitting it in other times. Okay. Good morning, Nancy, by the way. Good to see you here as well. All right. So that's the virtual album retreat, which you can get in my online store. Now, if you're a demonstrator, get it through yourself because you get your discount and all the stuff. Okay. I am having a May catalog and online exclusives kickoff event. And this will be offered in person in Cedar Hill, Texas on May 9th in person, or you can take it to go. And if you take it to go, I will also make these projects on live videos for 2 days in a row, May 13th and 14th, for you to craft along with me. So read all of the details about that in the registration link about how it works for in-person or to go. Both will receive access to 2 stamping videos, additional videos by 2 of my awesome team members. Both will receive, speaking of that, Dorothy, if you're watching, I need to email you or text you back. She asked me a question about her demonstration and I forgot to check. 2 demonstrations, 2 bonus, 2 people are creating samples for me. So I will post pictures of those in the exclusive Facebook group as well for in-person and to go. So you'll get lots of extra inspiration besides your 8 projects using 4 bundles, which are on the right here: Fern and Flora bundle, Opulent Oasis, All Aflutter, and Relaxing Waterside. So make sure y'all register by April 26th. Kits will be ready. Of course, if you come in person, it's on May 9th, or they'll be ready or mailed by May 11th, and then I'll do the craft along. So you can register for that right now. Again, links on the blog, stamptherapist.com, or there's a link in this video on YouTube and Facebook and YouTube it says like all my other events, and it takes you straight to the blog page where all the links are. Okay, so register for that, and join us in person if you're local. It's going to be fun. I have great helpers, and the customers that come are fun, and it's just fun. Okay, I'm having a 1-day retreat in May in Cedar Hill, but it is sold out in person. Therefore, I'm offering it to go. So you can register for this to go. It's kind of like a mini retreat, meaning the price is cheaper. So mini, you're going to get make and takes, a goodie bag of product, a small gift, a snack. This is for the to-go PDF. Of course, shipping will be included in the price when you register. You can read all about that. And then I have an optional add-on class with by the way, I'm sorry, the retreat is using, did I put it on there? Yes, Bloom Boutique and Scalloped Blooms bundles. Bloom Boutique and Scalloped Blooms. It's a mega bundle, or a mega suite in the new May catalog. Okay, and then you can add on the Lily of the Valley card class, 6 cards, 3 designs, 2 of each. I'm trying to do that math in my head. Anyway, but if you're watching this and you're like, oh, I just would like the Lily of the Valley class, you can do that. If you only want the retreat, you can do that. Or if you want both, of course, or tutorials only. So click the link, read all your options. Clicking the link doesn't register you for anything. You have to go through many steps before you're registered and paid. But I think you guys are going to like that one. Okay. What else? I told you I have a lot of events. So the next thing is the May catalog and online exclusives creative sampling experience. Okay. So do you want 1 sheet each of every new paper and designer paper coming out in the May catalog and online exclusives? Of course you do. And do you want them to be 12 inches long? Yes, because you can get at least 3 cards. If you cut it this way, you can get at least 3 cards out of each sheet, right? Value. And we do look at these papers when we cut them, so that we, depending on how you design, but we try to give you the most useful, sorry, the lighting is making these impossible to see, directional cut. Okay. So anyway, 1 of every single design in both publications. Then you get this paper here, only comes in 6x6. So you'll get 1 of each of those. And then this is just a little free gift here. This little sampling of our neutral. That one actually comes in 12x12, but it's free. So it's 6x6. Okay. So that is the paper share. And then the ribbon comes with it. And the ribbon is 1 of each of the new in color ribbons, 2.5 yards. A lot of ribbon to work with. So you can play with that. And then you can add on the party VIP experience. You'll get 10, I think it's 10. I forgot now. 10 or 12 make and takes. Hold on. See if I have this written here. There's 14 new papers. I think it's 10 make and takes. It's either 10 or 12. It's written in the link. You'll get a free gift to go with your make and takes. And those make and takes are designed by me and Alejandra Gomez. We will do video instruction in the Facebook group, where basically it's a party. You can watch the video instruction, you can watch bonus videos, and you'll be entered to win a door prize for registering for the VIP experience. So you can do the party, the whole thing with the VIP, or the share only. make sure you try to register. The deadline is further out because our event is on May 30th on Facebook. But if you register by, hey, Tommy, if you register by May 4th, I will be in the third would be better. But anyway, I'll be able to order that first round. Order for you in the first round on May 5th when the catalog goes live before back orders might happen. Okay, hopefully that all makes sense. Yay, Sue registered. Thank you, Sue, for the other event. But anyway, okay, so that's the paper share, ribbon share, and the VIP experience. Okay, I'm doing an in color club. If you want all these new in colors, I have 4 of them here because one I'm actually using at my class this month. So if you want all 5 of those, the new paper, the new shimmer pens, all the new stuff, sign up. But you don't want to pay all that money out at one time, which I don't even know how many hundreds of dollars that would be. But you can do a payment plan basically and join the in color club and get one of everything I just mentioned and more probably of each color a month. So it'll spread the cost out over 5 months. By the end, you'll have everything in all the new colors and you'll be good to go. Okay, so you can the link again. Use the links here that say go to all of my links or just go to my blog, stamptherapist.com. Cindy, we're not allowed to invoice until April 28th by Stampin' Up policy, April 28th. Anyway, she's asking. I'm not going to explain all that right now. Oh, if you are my customer or my team member, so if you've ordered from me in the last 12 months or you're a current club member, you will be invited to my free, it's me and Genevieve Co. and our teams, a free VIP preview event for the new May to August catalog and online exclusives. It's May 4th and 5th, 2026. Online will be recorded. You'll have 2 weeks to view these videos. Every single demonstrator, I believe there are 14 of us, will be demonstrating a different product or suite or bundle from the new catalogs, the new products. And so there'll be demonstrations, inspiration, chance to win prizes. And again, it's invite only. So Tina, Walmart. So what am I trying to say? I got distracted by Tina's question. If you haven't ordered from me in the last 12 months, use the link. Order today. If you do order $35 or more, you will get you'll get the free class packet for the cards I'm making today. But either way, if you just ordered from me in the last 12 months or you're a current club member, you will get an invite to join that Facebook group to see all of these amazing demonstrations. They're always, anyone who's seen them before, can you comment and let us know if you liked it? Like, they're full of great tips, just little things like you're like, oh, I never thought of doing that. Like, it might be just a tip on how they use a dimensional or something. And then of course, some people do fun folds and fancy techniques and just, of course, inspiration of the project. So I'm going to write this down for Tina. Yes, the wall art tutorial link is in the class link. So click like you're going to register for the class, scroll down until you see the tutorial only option. I have tons of options in that registration link because there's wall art, Stamp-A-Stack, add on the bundles, etc. So keep on scrolling down until you see the tutorial only option. So hopefully that makes sense, Tina. But yes, there is PDF only for those classes. And if you have any questions, let me know once you click that link. Hey, Gail in sunny Michigan, currently 65, hitting 79 today. Thank you, Gail. She says, love your VIP events. Yes, thank you, Gail. By the way, it's 70 degrees in Texas now. I think we're getting up to 80 something today, but apparently it's not going to be, I think it's not going to feel crazy hot because of the rain we've had recently. Okay, next up is the Jen and Jen's virtual stamp camp. It's happening on May 30th, 2026. It will be a Facebook party. I feel like I already talked about it. I don't know why I'm having deja vu. It's fine. May 30th, on a Facebook party. The stamp camp will use the Flowering Meadow bundle. Disclaimer, these are just Stampin' Up! Images. These are not what we designed for the class because we haven't designed them yet. So you'll make 10 projects, get a big goodie bag of product, etc. with that stamp camp. So that Flowering Meadow, that's the new velvet stuff, all the velvet. That's the stamp camp, plus the party, plus a chance to win prizes, etc. And then Genevieve's add-on optional class is Balloon Festoon Bundle. Super cute with these huge balloon dies. And my optional add-on class is the Relaxing Water side. So with this registration link, which is live now on my blog, stamptherapist.com, under events, scroll down till you see it. You can take her class only, my class only, camp only, or mix and match any way you want, or like we were just talking about, tutorials only. And then that link will be in tomorrow's email at 9 a.m. Central at the bottom. So every time I do a video, I send an email out the next day at 9 a.m. Central. It has the recipe cards for the cards I made on the video, which has the measurements and supply list. And it has at the bottom links to all of the events I talked about. So if you keep on scrolling past the stuff about the cards and maybe a free class or whatever, you're going to see link after link after link after link, but it might be the one you want. So just scroll on down and check out everything. And then the last event to talk about is my crafting cruise to Alaska. We're leaving. This is the one I'm hosting with April McCrite. We're leaving out of Seattle, Washington. We're going to Sitka, Skagway, Juneau, which also involves the Endicott Arm and Dawes Glacier viewing. And Victoria, Canada will be on Quantum of the Seas, departing August 2nd, 2027. So there are literally 8 crafter spots left, 8 crafters. You can bring as many guests as you want. The limit of space is in the crop room because we give everyone half a table, plus we have our class tables separate so that it's very comfortable for you. You can come in all week. You can work on anything you want. You have your own little space that's dedicated to you and your stuff, plus the class table separate. And then you can bring, and they can use our group rate, whatever our travel agent will get you the best rate for friends, family, whoever you want to bring. Literally, that's your business. So book now, 8 spots left. These are some pictures from our last cruise. So the ladies, the larger picture there, they're at one of the class tables. So they're working on their class projects. The classes are included with your cropping fee. Everything's like, well, we do add on an optional thing later, but when you pay that fee, everything is included. Gifts, classes, etc. You do get gifts every day. So up there on the top left, you see their crop tables. They get half a table each. And then on the bottom left, class tables, which are separate. So lots of space, in other words. By the way, let me go back. This cruise, on this ship, the crop room is on deck 12 or 13, and it has windows all the way around. So lots of light, and you can see, and we're going to be in Alaska. So hopefully you might see some wildlife or something out these crop room windows. Okay. And then, of course, tons of food on crafting on any cruise, tons of food available 24/7, all the stuff. So I think that's the last. Yeah. Okay. So register for that right now. There are links on my blog, and there will be links in the video the email that goes out tomorrow. All right. Let's see. Tommy, did I understand correctly? If we join the club, stamp pads, we get one of everything. Tommy, I don't have all my notes written down, but basically, yes. Each person that's doing these clubs is including a little bit different things, but if you click the link, it does not register you. You can just read everything that's included, but I have written down here the ink pad, the shimmer brush, blends, ribbon, paper, embellishments. It's like a little bundle of for every color that you get when you each month for whatever color you get assigned. Hopefully that makes sense. I saw another. Okay, good, Tina, you got that message. MJ says, woohoo. Yes, girl. Lisa, it's 59 going up to a whopping 64 degrees. Yes, Lisa. And good morning, Sue from sunny Green Bay, Wisconsin. Awesome. Okay, so that is the events that I'm offering right now. Just a couple for y'all to choose from. And by the way, even for the cruise, we do offer a cruise packet to go when it gets closer to that event. Okay, so make sure you're on my email list. You can join it right now. There's a link up here in YouTube, down here, up here in Facebook, down here in YouTube for you to join that email list, and you can get those emails about everything going on. Okay, so now let's talk about deals and delights. This is our next segment of today's Stamping Morning Show, deals and delights. I'm writing myself a note that I just remembered. Okay, deals and delights. So what is going on? Oh, first of all, don't forget to, again, if you would like the recipe cards for today's projects, make sure you're on my email list. They will go out tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central in the email. And then don't forget, I know I've been saying this now since April 1st or before, but last chance items, the new or the current annual catalog, plus many of our online exclusives, plus the mini catalog. Many things are retiring from these books and publications. And so they're last chance. They're while supplies last. Many of them are greatly discounted. So make sure you go to the online store, go to the specials section, last chance products, and check out all the stuff that's going away from these. And again, a lot of our online only products. There's some great deals to be had there. And then of course the in colors that are going out now, which are Strawberry Slush, Timid Tiger. Is that the right one? No. Nope. Pretty in Pink. I've blanked out. Pretty in Pink, Peach Pie, Shy Shamrock, Summer Splash, and Petunia Pop. Those colors. Anything, almost everything in those colors is retiring. Might already be sold out. Just go check it out in the online store. So take advantage of that, while you can. Don't miss out. See what great deals are there, etc. And then May 5th is when the new product goes live in our online store for everyone. May 5th. You'll be able to purchase the new stuff. If you're a demonstrator, you can purchase it now, the new product that's coming out. Okay, product of the month. Don't forget, with a $75 or more purchase, you can get the product of the month. I'm going to grab mine real quick. I forgot to bring it over here. Hold on. Okay. Last time I checked, you could still get the Painted Illusions designer paper. And then last time I checked, you could still get this month's product of the month, which is the Eyelet Blooms die. This die is huge. It's a background, but you can also modify it. So after you die cut it, you can hand cut around some of these little flower petals and make it smaller. Of course, you can cut a smaller piece of paper, but like make it where it's specifically some flowers. Anyway, I've got a couple of ideas right here with it. See this? So we die cut the arch and then ran it through the Eyelet Blooms die. And this is one where you just, die cut this out. Oh, I forgot to bring all my retreat stuff. I forgot to bring all my retreat stuff over here, and it's in a box because I'll be talking about retreat next week. Retreat was last weekend. I was going to show you all a bunch of stuff I got from it. And what reminded me is there's a swap in there with this awesome die, and it's a really pretty swap. Anyway, I messed up on that. Let me make a note for next week. If you took the retreat to go, I mailed your packets out Tuesday, very early. So hopefully you're getting those soon. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, product of the month. So place a $75 or more on order period and with your account, and then you're eligible to add on one product of the month that's available right now, whether it's this die, the old designer paper, or something else that might still be available. Limit one with each order. Also, if you order $75 or more in a single order from me throughout the month, directly with me, then you'll get a tutorial bundle emailed to you the following month using the current month's product. So, current month's product in April is Eyelet Blooms die. So here's a sneak peek of the 12 projects, and the pictures don't align with who made it. There are the people in this tutorial bundle group. So we have some really awesome designers. One of them, MJ Mary Jo, is watching this video right now. And then a lot of y'all know Alejandra Gomez. She's in my team. Genevieve Coe, she's my Canadian partner. Linda Weber's in my team, and then of course all these other awesome ladies. So if you want that free tutorial, $75 or more online order doesn't have to be online, just has to be through your own account. Also, when you do 75 or more, you can choose to add these on, and they're only $5. Like this die is $5. Side note, tips for cutting that die. Let me see if I have this over here still. Yeah. So I got this. I had already heard the tip of run the die through your die cut machine upside down. So what that means is, here's the die. This is my bottom plate, the plate, platform, whatever. Then number 2, then here's my normal cutting plate, and I usually put the paper on here, and then this facing down, and then this on top. So instead, you're going to put this plate bottom. Let me remember. Hold on. Yeah, this plate on bottom, your top plate on bottom. Put the die upside down so the cutting part is facing up. Then your piece of paper. Then the cutting plate. But this is a tip I got from my friend Robin, a double thickness, so 2 layers of an unscented dryer sheet on top of that cutting plate, and then run it through, and it will cut good and nothing will stick inside the die. So this is the piece I actually cut one of mine on. You see all the little things stuck to it, and the rest were stuck in the paper. Nothing was stuck inside the die. So replay that if you need to get a refresher on what I just said. It's just a very intricate die, so we do a little special maneuvers to make it work better. Okay. So it's awesome. Get it while you can, while supplies last. So again, free tutorial bundle from me if you order $75 or more. Even if you don't add it on, you'll get those ideas, which you can modify, and they don't have to use that that die. And then here's just a picture of that product with some other samples from Stampin' Up. Okay. Then next is Paper Pumpkin. All right. So Paper Pumpkin is, I'm checking off my part of the month. Okay. Paper Pumpkin is our monthly craft box in the mail subscription. Stamp set. It's an incredible value. You get a full stamp set, ink spot, and instructions, paper cut, die cut, punched, embossed, ready for you to stamp and assemble with instructions, and even a video instruction, all packaged and mailed directly to you for only $29 a month. It's an incredible deal, and that includes shipping. It's just plus tax. So you can subscribe by May 10th for the May kit, which is the Sparkling Celebrations kit. It has, silver foil accents and different kinds of celebrations in the kit, like in the stamp set and the type of cards it'll make. You can see the Blackberry Bliss color in there. And then I'm like, what else is the and then? You can see a picture there of the following month's kit, a sneak peek. But if you subscribe through me, you will get a tutorial bundle with alternate ideas, more ideas for how to use your stamp set, and even some of the kit components for different projects. Again, these are created by different demonstrators. So I create one, for example, and the others create their own, and we give you a PDF tutorial for that. So make sure you subscribe, or you can even pre-purchase Paper Pumpkin on my website through May 10th to get the May kit. All right, so make sure you do that. Again, I mentioned this earlier quickly, but I want to remind you that that I have this free scrapbooking class coming up. It's really focused on keeping things simple and just getting started. So if that's something you've been wanting to do, make sure you register for that. I do have the link now on my blog under the events tab, stamptherapist.com. You can also comment scrapbook here and I will send you that link. Or you can email me, etc. Don't forget though, if you comment on YouTube, I can't reply to that. So make sure I know how to contact you if you comment on YouTube. But lots of people have registered. I think this is a big need that we want to save our memories and document them and write down the thoughts at the time. But we don't know how to get started. So I'm going to make it real simple for y'all. So I will send you that info if you need it. I've also got that link now on the blog to register. It's a free event, and if you can't be there on April 28th when I do it, you will receive the recording emailed out after, only if you register. So make sure you register. Okay, next up is, we're still in our deals and delights. I'm just scrolling through these pictures. Okay, actually, I think we're good. On that. So news desk, I don't think I really have any Stampin' Up! News, but I do have some Jennifer deals for you. A nice Jennifer deal. Susan, you can only watch 15 minutes right now. No problem. Good for, good thing for replay. I was going to say good for replay. Good thing for replay, right? Thanks, MJ. Yes, we have a great group of demonstrators. Okay, awesome, Tommy, signing up today. Just let me know if you do have any questions once you read that description, Tommy. Okay, deals. What is the deal? I'm going to check and make sure the next graphic. Yeah, so today's class, which I'm about to start making, is also, I'm not just making the cards, I'm offering them to you. So I'm writing myself a note. It's 4 cards. I'm using a few different stamps. I'll talk about them when I make the cards, but you can attend in person April 25th. You need to RSVP with the link that's in the video right now. You can purchase it for only $20. That's very cheap, by the way. Side note, very cheap for 4 cards where we cut and provide everything you need, and you just stamp and assemble. So 20 plus shipping. Or you can make a purchase. You'll get all the product you purchase, $35 or more, with an online order through Sunday, April 26th. It's April 20 to 26. You'll get that same packet that the in-person people get, or the ones that purchase it, but there's no extra fee, not even for shipping, which we already discussed is expensive. So I'm going to mail it to you for free with a $35 or more online order. So 3 different ways to get it. Yes, you can buy the tutorials only with the same registration link. With that link, you can register for in-person, to buy the class, or to, what's the word I'm looking for? To get the tutorials only. Side note, if you do already take, or you're going to take, my Stamp-A-Stack or wall art to go, then that shipping will cover this, because I'll put it in the same container. So there's a note about that when you register. It says if you've already paid shipping somewhere else, you don't have to pay it. for those classes. Okay, so limit 1 free per person. You will need the featured bundle dies because you're going to have to stamp and die cut some stuff out, and it does include the PDF if you get that class. You know, when the Stampin' conditioner, do you mean positioner? I bet, Lisa. They have indicated to us that the Stampin' positioner will be available May 5th, I believe, knock on wood, when the catalog goes live, where anyone can purchase the Stampin' positioner, meaning customers and demonstrators. Yes, cool. Okay, I think we're ready, to see what's on my desk. And like I mentioned, side note, I was going to show you all the stuff I got at the retreat. I completely forgot to pull it, and now it's unorganized, and it will take too long. So we're not going to, we're just going to see the stamping, the card projects. So I'm going to switch the camera while I have this on the screen so that you can not have to look at my face looking at this. Mm-hmm. And then what we're going to do is make something. Let's make something. I know, Linda, she says no fur baby on your desk. Hey, Christina, good morning. I want to get one for your daughter. Oh, yes, Lisa, exactly. Yep. Hopefully May 5th. It's going to be like after the catalog is live, but I believe it's May 5th. Okay, what did I read? No fur baby. So Linda, I totally thought she was going to be here this morning. Let me look real quick. Yeah, she's been super needy all morning. She was literally asleep, or not asleep, but she jumped on my desk this morning where I have my computer. But then as soon as I started the video, she went away. So who knows? Okay, so today I'm making 4 cards with some different, it's like 4 different stamp sets, but that's because like I needed words and stuff. Let me get this thing on here just to remind everybody that this is a free class or a paid class, whatever you want. And this is basically what your packet will look like, but we're actually still doing the one for the customers. So if there's a mistake in here, the customer ones are not put together yet. So I had to visually just make sure I had everything. But basically your packet will look like this. So like I said, we supply the designer paper you need. We do pre-die cut everything possible, and then you'll stamp and assemble. So the first card I'm going to make right here, this is the whole packet for it. This piece here is the card base. And then there's 3 more cards here. I'm going to make all of them today. This first card is using the Forever Florals bundle. This bundle right here. The stamps that are missing, the dies that are missing are in my class tub for the in-person class. Oh, side note, look at my scratch paper. This scratch paper is in the new catalog, and it fits the entire glass mat studio. Like, it's actually a tiny bit bigger than the glass mat. Slide this up. So it hangs off the bottom a tiny bit there. Side, just a tiny bit here, the way I have it on the right. And then maybe I don't have it all the way to the top, though. I did tape it down with just a little bit of washi tape because it was sliding around, of course. But so it's pretty nice scratch paper. It has the ruler down here. So if you see me measuring something off screen, you can go this way or this way. And of course it has centimeters on the back. But those are inches, and then a huge note taking area right here. So really nice. Yeah, like that. Scratch paper that's that size in the new catalog. So that will be available May 5th to everyone, but demonstrators can order it now. Okay, anyway, Forever Florals. This bundle is somewhere in our product line. I don't know why I just pulled those stamps out. Let me just show you what the stamps look like, though. So it has 11 stamps. We've got 4 different greetings. Thinking of you always and forever. You're on my mind. And then separately, and in my heart. So of course those two can go together. Always and forever and thinking of you are larger. They're like a fancy cursive. They're stacked so that they will fit into these label dies like a rectangle. You're on, and then my mind below it is a mix of cursive and printed typewriter font. And then, and in my heart, same thing, and in on top, typewriter, my heart, cursive on bottom. So those are all the words that come with it. And then there is, these are all solid images. You do not need to color in. I realize I've never used this stamp right here. Interesting. I'm going to cough. Maybe I should try to use this stamp today. What's this one for? Okay, for that. All right, so the stamps. There's a solid little grouping of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little flowers touching each other. They're a 1/4 inch or less size of flowers. They're solid. They have a hole in the middle where there's no ink for the center. So you just stamp that, and you got a group of little flowers, and then you can die cut them out. There is a stem with 3 leaves on each side. So stem and one single with 3 break off at the top. And that is, of course, and you could die cut it out. Of course, you put the flowers on top of that. Then there is a much smaller little leaf image that's 3 solid leaves. It's just barely a stick at the bottom, 3 solid leaves. These are all just a little over an inch or so. And then these images, which I never even looked at, it's like 6 lines, or actually 5, 3 on one side and 2 on the other. Okay, it's 5 leaves, 3 on one side, 2 on the other. Well, here's like the veins, 3 and 2. And then there's the veins for the smaller one. It's just lines, though, literally lines. There's a dot image, like a few dots to make filler or background. And then there's 1 single solid flower. So you can die cut all the stamped images, the leaves and flowers, all of them. Then you can also die cut out standalone groupings of 1, 2, 3, about 8 small flowers or 3 small flowers. These are just standalone dies. There's a standalone 7 leaf image that will die cut or cut a little vein in each leaf, but that's standalone. And then there's these 2, which are, there's a frame one. It's very detailed floral frame with a circle cut out of the middle, so no image there. So obviously that can make a frame, or a frame to put on the front of any project, and then a focal point right there in the center where there's nothing. And that's very large, like a card front size, basically 4 by 5 1/4. It actually doesn't cut a border. So it depends on what size your paper is as to how it comes out when you cut it. So this paper was a little too tall, so I would just need to trim it down to make it look right on a project. And then this image here, which is a much larger standalone flowers with leaves. It's kind of round-ish, and it will cut out several small flowers in the middle and leaves around the edges. It's an accent piece. I don't think I have one in here cut. Here's that standalone leaf. Let me look real quick. I do. And I also have other samples with this set, but I forgot to pull them. There it is. Okay. So anyway, that is this bundle. It is called Forever Florals. I feel like it might be an online exclusive, and I forgot to mark it. Hold on. Let me just clear block here. Going to maybe use this stamp in my class. We'll see. Sorry. Hold. Where's the Sharpie? Not there. Hold on. so I don't forget. Okay. Oh, I forgot to say there's 3 different label dies in this set, which of course is why I buy any set of dies for the labels, because you can use them with other stamps. So one is more like long and skinny. It's about 2 3/4 by almost 1.5, not quite. And it's like a rectangle, but it slightly points up on the top, bottom, and 2 sides. And it's like beveled and you know, little beveled on the sides. Okay. Then there's these other 2 that are more rectangular, more, well, that's a rectangle too. They're more square rectangles, taller. So they can nest, and one is, it's the same shape, it's just taller. One's about 2 inches tall and almost 2.5 wide, and one's about 2 1/4 tall, 2 3, 2 5/8 wide. Obviously you can turn these the other direction to make them tall instead of short. However, the greetings are all landscape. So in this stamp set. Okay. Hopefully I made a lot of sense. I don't know. I have a lot of pieces here from, oh wait, it's not where I, hold on. That's not where I wanted that. Okay. Look, I'm very rambly today. Lisa, you noticed the paper? The designer paper? I don't remember what I was talking about, Lisa. I'm still taping this sheet down inside my cases, but I gotten behind and like haven't behind on several on doing that. Anyway. Okay, let's make these cards. Grab my ink and stuff. I think it's in this one. Does this go here? I can't remember. I have that for some reason. Yes, I think so. Oh, this is the wrong one. Sorry. Let's see how I confused myself. Okay. These are all the dies I'm going to use on the cards today, including the 2 for this card. This is for this card. I need Shaded Spruce, Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss. I need my words. So I'm going to put on this card Always and Forever, because my other sample says Thinking of You. So you could use either one. They're nice and large for this. I need the 5 leaf stem, the dots, and the little grouping of flowers. That should be what I need for this card. I think so. Yes. All right. Let's make it. Let's make something finally. Okay. So for this card, it is a fun fold, and it is, so the card base, I should say, is just a 1/4 of a sheet of paper. So this is different if you are new to stamping. This is different than usual, but I'll show a regular card on the next one. But this is a 1/4 of a piece of cardstock. So 8.5 by 11, cut at 4 1/4 by 5.5. That'll be our card base. The next layer will be basic white, and it's just a little bit smaller. I've got all these measurements going out tomorrow in the recipe cards at 9 a.m. Central, so make sure you're on my email list. That one, don't glue it down yet because we need to glue stuff behind it. Okay, our next layer is, or our next piece is, you will have 2 pre-die cut everyday arches dies. I don't have my dies over here today because we're using them to cut for classes right now, but it's a group, it's a whole set of dies with like a bunch of arches going from largest to smallest. And they're amazing, and you definitely need them. I found out like 2 people at the retreat this weekend did not own these dies. I was like, what are you doing? So they ordered them. But anyway, so these dies, sorry, what we've cut for you is one of the sizes. The measurements will be sent out in that email tomorrow in Blackberry Bliss. There's 2 of those in Blackberry Bliss, and then 2 in this designer paper. It is called Garden Poetry. It is available right now. And Garden Poetry, where are you? Let me get, hold on, I got a pack over here. This is one of the reasons everything's not cut yet, because we ran out of this paper, this pattern right here, but I have had more coming, and here it is. So Garden Poetry, I feel like this is an online exclusive, but I can't remember. But it's beautiful. It's, I believe I've shown it already on a previous video, but it's got these like watercolory plant or flower and leaf images, and then just watercolory backgrounds on the other side. Very rich regal colors: shaded spruce, crushed curry, blackberry bliss, berry burst. And so it's really beautiful paper. So it's the Blackberry Bliss flowers on the white background that we are using. I'm going to throw that on this card. So we cut these. We will cut these for you very specifically with the flowers growing up. One arch going one direction, one arch going the other direction. Okay. And then we're also going to pre-die cut for you this white label, that largest sort of more square label. And then there's a scrap of basic white. And then there are 2 antique pearls, the small ones, and a piece of this berry burst shiny ribbon. Okay, so that should be it to make this card. Whew. Okay, let's stamp first. We're going to stamp on, let's do our greeting first, get that out of the way. Love a good grid line on a scratch paper. Blackberry Bliss. You could also put thinking of you, but I'm going to put always and forever. Thank you, Linda. She said, love your choice of bundle and color for this card. Thank you very much. Always and forever, just right in the center there. So it fills that up real nice. Oh, so pretty. And then, I think I'm, oh no. Oh yeah, I think I'm done with this color. The next color is Berry Burst. Why not? Berry Burst. So on my scrap here, I will stamp the flowers in Berry Burst, the grouping. And then I will stamp the dot image. Just ran my fingers through my hair and came back with some stray hairs. Please, tape. Stay stuck. Okay, so we're going to use the dot image. Now, I want to impress on everybody to tap very gently so that you don't get ink all up in these edges and they might come off on your card. So tap gently in Berry Burst. It's the dot image. It's literally 8 dots, like a splattery background. And we're going to stamp it in the top left corner of the white 4x5 1/4. This will be a landscape card, so top left of that landscape. And then, so you stamp it once and then repeat stamping several times on the top left and bottom right corners. If you think it needs more, re-ink it and do it again. But if I were to do that, I would re-ink it and tap it off once or twice and then add more so they'll be lighter. Okay, so it's just a nice little background there. Put that aside. And then in Shaded Spruce, this is where I'm going to test. The only reason I think this might not matter on this card is because Shaded Spruce is very dark. And I don't want to stamp off, but we're going to stamp these solid leaves in Shaded Spruce. Yeah, I don't think this is going to show it all, but if you had a lighter green, that's what these lines are for, is to add the veins on your leaf. I got to get this where I can see. So you have to align it. They do kind of show in real life. I don't know when it dries if that will disappear, but anyway, you can stamp these veins on your leaves depending on the colors. If it Looks good. Okay. And so now I need to die cut those out. One more thing I want to do is this is a Blackberry Bliss dark Stampin' Blend. I'm going to use a bullet point, and I'm going to color these 2 pearls Blackberry Bliss. So when you do this, especially with a really dark color like this, you might need to do 2 or 3 layers. So just let it dry for a minute, and then you can add another layer or 2. So I'll let that dry. I'm going to die cut this out. Cut them apart. Just trust me, just do it. This leaf die is going to have one little tiny piece of paper that you will need to poke out when you're finished if it doesn't fall out. I'm just going to use my mini die cut machine so that I can fit it on the screen better. Okay. This scratch paper. I'm going to tape it. Well, actually, I'm going to use this tape my friend Carmen gave me. It's repositionable, but maybe it'll do a little better than washing, maybe. I suppose I could use regular tape also, but who knows? Okay, sorry. I cut these out. How are we doing over here? Grab these. There are some alignment holes as well. The top and bottom holes on this leaf are so you can look through the holes and align the stamped image. That other hole is not for that. So basically you should see white through that one. And you just have to turn the flowers until they match up. It's just one big clump of flowers. It's not like they're all separate. They're stamped separate, but touching, but there's space between them, but it's just one clump. Of course, you can tape down with repositionable tape, sticky notes, sticky note tape, etc. Post-it tape, I should say. Your dies so they don't shift, because like I just bumped my machine with my arm and shifted them. Hopefully this will be good enough. I normally wouldn't be die cutting on top of this workspace in my real life, but it's for the video. So. Okay. So here are the 2 die cut out images. Make sure you pop that piece of paper out of there if it sticks, but mine did not stick. I don't know where it went. And now we can finish this card. Tape. Okay. Ooh, did I just... Okay. There's that little piece that came out. Yay. I thought I lost the pearls with the moving that machine around the thing so much. Okay, so just doing a second layer here on these pearls of Blackberry Bliss. The antique pearls are like a cream color, but they will take dark ink very well. Okay, also for this, we have pre-scored for you each arch at the Blackberry ones only at 1 3/4 inches from the flat side. So from there to here is 1 3/4 inches. We're going to score that for you. If I were doing this on my own, I would glue both together and then score it, but we don't have time to do that for you. So this is what I would do. So you have your designer paper arch, which is the next layer size down. And I would attach it here, and I would still go 1 3/4 inches from the straight line of the blackberry, and that's where I would score. Let me show you what I mean. But you'll just be able to use the score mark we put in there for you. 1 3/4. That's the 1 3/4 line on my paper cutter. This is the scoring blade, and we're going to fold right there on that mark, obviously. However, taking the class and you just want to be quick and easy, attach these arches together. The purple one, the blackberry, is pre-scored, and just fold on that score mark. It's very simple. I'm just saying, if I was making it from scratch, I would do both. Okay, then I'm going to add adhesive to the shorter 1 3/4 inch side of the arch past the score mark, and check the direction of the flowers. Okay, so we're going to have top left, bottom right of this white piece with the dots. So on the left side, I'm going to put this arch because the flowers are growing up there. So on the left side, centered top to bottom, I'm going to put the this is just visual unless you want to get out a ruler. Maybe you could use the grid lines on your scratch paper. The arch folded over. So what's going to be on the front of the card is the curved part. From the left-hand side, it's coming out and it curves over. I mean, it's rounded, whatever the word is. Okay, then I'm going to place this other one, which again, the leaves and flowers are growing up. So that's why the direction of the DSP matters on this. I'm just going to eyeball this to match it. Sorry, off screen. Eyeball it to match it to the other side, but you could get a ruler out. You could use your grid paper, whatever. Okay, so now this is going to be a fun fold that opens with an arch on the left and right. I copied this from Robin Barnes, this technique, who copied it from someone else. Just ran out of adhesive. Love that. Love to use up a full adhesive to the red mark. Red tape, whatever. Every time you clean these out, or every time you switch it out, look, there's going to be a bunch of gunk in there on both sides of your adhesive. Stampin' Seal. Clean that out. Grab a refill. Hold on. Put that in. There won't be any sticky at the very start of the new tape roller. So what you can do is just place it where you had a previous sticky on your project, and that will grab it so that it will turn far enough to have sticky here now. I forgot where I put adhesive. So I'm now placing adhesive on the back of the white piece to stick it to this Blackberry Bliss. And you do want to make sure you for sure add more adhesive on top of these arches so they don't end up popping out. Obviously, you can use liquid glue or whatever as well. So then that goes on the card, the Blackberry Bliss card base. That's how our card's going to open, like I said. I didn't do it, but you can use the bone folder to make those creases more flat in your scored arches. And then Always and Forever is going to be in the center there. So we're only going to attach it on the left-hand side. I'm going to use dimensionals, so I'm going to flip it upside down top to bottom. Add Stampin' Dimensionals. How's everybody doing here? It got very quiet. Go ahead, feel free to give a like, a share, a little comment. I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals. I like the minis. You don't have to use any more minis than you do big ones. You just put a mini where a big one would go if you choose to use them. But we do sell big dimensionals as well. And so I just put 3 over there on the left, and I'm going to flip it over and place this in the center, but it's only stuck to the arch there on that one side. No sticky here. Then I will grab my silicone craft sheet. I will assemble this little flower. So I'm just going to put some adhesive on the back, just one part of the back of the flower. Stick it down on top of the stems on the leaves. And then that's going to go down here on the bottom right. But I only want to stick it to always and forever. The white label, I should say. So I'm actually just going to place a couple of dimensionals on the white label there, down in that corner, bottom right corner, and stick this to it. Otherwise, I might end up gluing my card shut. And then I'll tie a bow. Oh, I'm going to end up losing these pearls. I will tie a bow with my ribbon. This is the Berry Burst Shiny ribbon, so you will have a piece. So I'm going to make 2 bunny ears, lots of space in between the 2 ears. In between right here in the middle. 1 ear or loop in the right hand, 1 in the left. Fingers all pointing at me so the ribbon is not twisted and turned. And then, of course, the tails are approximately even. Then you cross the right loop over the left, right bunny ear over the left here in the front. Push that one down, that right one down into the rabbit hole and pull. Of course, it will look crazy at first, and then you just fix it. That is how you do, that's how you do a bunny ears bow. You can tie a regular bow if you're good at that. Trim the ends if needed, which, of course, is needed for me. I need to sharpen these scissors. And then we'll use a mini glue dot to put that on. All right. This is card number 1. I forgot to say that at the start. Where's my bow? I'm going to put it at the bottom of the leaves, right? Yes. Made it kind of big. And then my two pearls. Someone stole my Take Your Pick tool. They have their own. But, Okay, 2 pearls. Don't forget when you use the Take Your Pick tool to put your finger on top of the embellishment so it doesn't grow wings, as my friend Kelly said the other day in our team Facebook group. I was like, that is a great way to say it. Your embellishment might grow wings if you don't put your finger on top. And there is card number 1. Card number 1. And this one says, thinking of you. And that's card number 1. With the V says, always and forever is currently unavailable until May 18th. Darn it. I was going to say darn it. But she put herself on the wait list, which is a notification, email notification of when it will be back in stock. So, yeah, May 18th is the estimated. Sometimes they come in sooner. That's why, like V said, you need to put yourself on the wait list. The email notifications, so that when it comes back in stock, you will be notified and you can order immediately. Just like me for, what is that guy called? Cutest Crew. I keep missing it because I don't order fast enough when it comes back in stock. Okay, that's card number 1. Let's make card number 2. Card number 2. This one is going to use the Unbridled Beauty stamp set. Unbridled Beauty. And then I'm also using Nature Symphony for 1 greeting option to a great guy. So Nature Symphony to a great guy. This was a suggestion from my friend Rhonda at retreat, and she was like, oh, you should use the greeting. She gave me some other suggestions too, and we ended up modifying it. But the greeting from that one with the horse set. So Unbridled Beauty is horses. The images are a lot larger than pictured on the front of the case here. So you see this very large, just a full-size horse standing facing right, side view of a horse, very detailed. You can color these in. There's plenty of open space to color them, but there's so much detail in the art that's like sketched basically that you can get away without coloring them as well. Spoiler alert, I'm going to color mine, but anyway. So there's the large standing horse. Then there's the one I'm going to use, which is this, just the horse head stamp. So it is, the horse head is 2 inches by 2 inches. It's like the mane, is that what that's called? The mane. On the right, the horse is looking over toward the left, and you can kind of see its back there as well. It is wearing reins, and it's, again, just a lot of detail in the inking that will show up and fill it in if you don't want to color it. Okay, other images in this set. By the way, the standing up horse, the full body is 2.5 tall by 3 inches wide. Okay, so there is like some grass and a tree basically, and it's pretty small, so these are like to be in the background, not the foreground. The horse would be in the foreground and these would be off in the scenery behind it. That's just like 1.5 inches tall on that tree. There's a small barn with some grass around it, sketched again. There's an image with 2 really small horses that are eating. So they're side by side. It's one image. Their heads are down like they're eating, and there's some grass under them. Again, very small. There's a really small fence image. So like a gate in the middle with 2 X's, and then one section to the left and right of that. So post, lines, 4 lines. Yeah, so a gate. There is a horseshoe image. It is about, it's almost a 1/2 inch tall horseshoe. And then there's another image of just like some tall grass with maybe some wildflowers in it. It's just dots for the flowers. Okay. Then for greetings, we have thanks for being a true friend, from the heart, sweet memories, happy day, and it's about the journey. And it's sort of I would call it a country font. I don't know how to describe it, but some of it's cursive, like just a classic kind of cursive, and then the handwriting is just sort of or the printed non-cursive font is sort of like someone's print that just kind of wrote it fancy or country. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so that is the stamp set, and there's no bundle, there's no dies, just a stamp set. All right, so we are using the horse head, which sounds kind of creepy, but it's fine. And then whatever greeting, I've put out a few different ones to choose from for in person. And they are, checking here, I have sweet memories to a great guy, which is again from that other stamp set. Whose name I already forgot. Nature Symphony, to a great guy. We've got from the heart. Actually, I have a thing right here. Those are the ones. Sweet memories, to a great guy, and from the heart. Those are your choices for the words. So my other card says to a great guy. So I think I'm going to do from the heart on this one, on my sample today. Grabbing all my supplies here. Yeah. Oh, that's it. And I need to tell you what color about the never do that about the paper. So the card base is early espresso. So this is how you make a regular card. If you're new to stamping, you take 8.5 by 11 cardstock, cut it in half. So it'll be 5.5 inches by 8.5, or you could cut it in half the other direction and do 4 1/4. But either way, when you fold it in half, it's going to fit into the normal invitation size envelope, like an A4 card. So these are our medium envelopes. So we're going to fold it in half. I like to align the corners on the table against my thumbnail and fold it with the bone folder, which will give you more crisp of a fold on the inside than your finger. And a step up would be to score it like I showed on that first card. Score it with your paper cutter in half. Anyway, but there is that size that fits into the invitation size envelope. So Stampin' Up's medium envelopes, and my favorite is our clear medium envelopes. They're very high quality envelopes. Very nice, very nice. So we have our card base there. This will be a portrait up and down card. The last one was landscape. This one's portrait. Then your next layers, we're using this awesome classic Stampin' Up paper called Country Woods. So we've got this piece here, which is like a bright blue, sort of pool party, but even brighter blue, like chipped paint. So it's chipping off, the blue is chipping off, and underneath you see some wood grain. And we've cut it so the grain is kind of going left to right there. The back side is just a light wood grain. Country Woods has been around for a very long time. It did not make the retiring list again, so it's still current, but who knows how long it's going to last. It's all wood grains. So there's a ton of different ones that some are brown, some are pink, there's a lot that are brown, and some are multicolored. And some are dark brown, some are light brown, more blonde, whatever. So if you like wood grains, which everybody does, Country Woods, make sure you get that paper. Okay, then I have another piece of the Country Woods. Most of these are cut with the wood grain going left to right, but I got one of the ones where it's going up and down based on the scraps I had when we were cutting. But it's just one of the darker brown woods with a little bit of, or a lot of distressing and like a vanilla. And that's a strip that will go down the center of this card. So that one, again, measurements, emailed out tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central. And then the next layer is this paper here. Let me grab my new pack. Hold on. This paper also, we ran out of it. And so we need to cut a few more. It is called Natural Hues 12 by 12 textured specialty paper. I'm looking for my scissors. I like to cut mine open because of that sticky thing there. It gets on my nerves. So this paper, I believe you get one of each sheet. It's like a mulberry kind of paper or a homemade, handmade paper. So it's got those fibers in it. I don't know how well that's showing on video, but it's got these fibers in it, and there's 3 different colors. They call them cream, tan, and gold. Cream, tan, and gold. So we're using the cream color on this card, and we're using 2 3/4 inch strips. 2 strips that are 3/4 of an inch. And we'll do something with those in a minute. Okay, you got some linen thread. You have some earthy matte dots in Pecan Pie earthy matte dots, a small and a medium. And then right here, you've got a pre-die cut, very vanilla, stylish shapes circle. And a, what size? 5/8 inch strip of very vanilla cardstock. Okay, so let's stamp. We're going to stamp in. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate that. You're the only one. Just kidding. Okay, early espresso ink, the horse head right in the middle of the circle. Simple. Love a good inking. Greeting right in the middle of this vanilla strip. So whatever greeting you choose, just put it in the center in early espresso. And then we'll hand cut the ends like you see on this sample right here. And then I'm just going to use Pecan Pie Light Stampin' Blend to color this horse. Let me go ahead and trim these. I'm going to end up just going to cut each end of the greeting at one angle, same angle on each end. I'm going to end up covering up because the horse just kind of ends. There's no bottom line. So it's kind of awkward to color if you don't stamp it down at the edge of something. So we're going to cover that up with the greeting where it awkwardly ends. So I'm going to use Pecan Pie Light. If I was not in a class setting, I would use my brush tip in, but for my class, I only allow them to use the bullet point because you just need to properly use the brush tip where you lay it flat and not flat, but you color on that side. And I can't be there to instruct everyone in an in-person class. So we're just going to use the bullet point. But you can do the same coloring. If you can end up with the same coloring effect, this is Pecan Pie Light. I'm not doing blending. With the bullet point, you just may have to color a little bit longer. So I'm coloring the horse pecan pie. You actually can be a little bit messy with it. And like if you miss a spot, and the vanilla paper shows through, it's not that big a deal because of how sketchy the art is drawn. But also where the reins are, I just left it vanilla to give it interest there. Okay, so right now you can see all these lines. See that? We're just going to keep coloring until they disappear. Now, every time you go back over what you've done, it gets a little darker. So you don't want to do that too much because then you'll have to even it out repeatedly and you'll end up never finishing. But now that I've done that first layer, you can still kind of see some lines, right? They're going to disappear. And we're not worried about the bottom, obviously. So watch it if you go back and add like a little section. Okay, now see, I'm covering because this is going to make you think you see lines, but no lines. They just disappear because blends are amazing. It's alcohol based. Put the lid on as soon as you're done because it will dry out because it's alcohol based. Alcohol evaporates. But it just blends really easy. It will bleed through your paper. By the way, Early Espresso is a water-based ink, so that's why it works good with Stampin' blends because it's water-based, not alcohol-based. Okay, so let me put this card together. I'm going to add my large dark pool party designer paper to the card base, which is Early Espresso. Then I will take each of these 3/4 inch strips of the Hues, Natural Hues specialty paper and tear off a very small amount from one side. So about a 1/4 or less of an inch you're tearing off by pulling toward you. We want this inside torn part to be what shows on our project. Tear that off from the long side of both of these pieces. And then, thanks, Lori. Yes, MJ. Love all the detailing on the horse, Gail says. Yes, for sure. That artist is very good. I'm going to add adhesive to the back of the two long sides of the wood grain paper. And then make sure the torn side is facing up on this Hues paper. And I like to leave the small piece of paper on the table and hold the large one and align, or place it, I should say, for placement. So that I can get however much sticking out that I want. And then we have these torn edges to the left and right. Add more adhesive on the back, including on the specialty paper, that Hues paper. And then this just goes straight down the center of this card. Straight down the center. And we just put some dimensionals on this horse head, the circle. I'm just going to do 4. Can y'all hear my phone ringing? This will go toward the top in the center of that strip down the middle. You have a piece of linen thread. I don't remember if I said that earlier, but you have a extra long piece of linen thread. You need to fold it in half and cut it in half. Then you have 2 strings of linen thread and you tie them into a bow. So 1 bow, it's a double bow, 2 strings. And I do not do bunny ears for these personally because it doesn't work for my brain. So I just do a regular bow. I get confused when I do the bunny ears with a string. But anyway, just do a double bow. If you need to keep retying it because your tails don't match, go for it. Or you can just be like, forget it and trim off one side like me. There's my double bow. This will go over here. It's going to go right there. So you see where your greeting is going to go, and you put the bow on the left side underneath the greeting. So I'm going to grab a mini glue dot, that on the linen thread. So the bow is actually sticking not to the circle, but right below the circle to the left. And then the left side of the greeting will cover up the middle of the bow. It kind of looks like it's sticking out of there. So I added, I'm just checking where I need some dimensionals. I'm gonna add one on my card right above that bow, and then one on the right side of this greeting. And the middle, I just put regular tape runner so that, because that part of the greeting will stick to this raised up circle. And my dots, these are, again, they're called Earthy Matte Dots. They are awesome. They come in, or the pack comes with, I believe, 3 or 4 colors, and one of them is pecan pie. They're kind of masculine. Of course, any dot can be for feminine cards, but they're not shiny and they're flat on top. So it's like you took a rounded dot and smashed it down. They have a bit of thickness to them, but they're flat on top. So like discs almost. Anyway, and there we go. That is card number 2. Card number 2. What do we think? From the Heart, To a Great Guy, wood grains. Here's the wood grains going sideways, which will look better, but it's fine. And very simple coloring, quick and easy. Let me know if y'all like it. Don't forget to say hi as you're watching this video, even on replay, even if you just came on, even if you've been on the whole time. A little comment helps. Okay, and that is those 2 cards. I think I put everything back. Before I put this in here, I'm going to check. Yeah, those lines definitely disappeared on the stem because it was tone on tone. So I'm not going to include that in the class. Okay, now for the next 2 cards, I have a new tub. The next 2 cards, thank you, Leanne. Hey, good to see you, by the way. Love it with the DSP. Thank you, MJ. The next 2 cards are going to use the Help Me Grow bundle. This bundle is awesome. It is an online exclusive. I marked it. And it's got a like a terracotta pot, you know, like for planting plants in. It's got some gardening tools, the top part of them, and then a handle, separate stamp. So it's got like a spade or shovel, a rake, I guess, 3 thick rake pieces, and then shears. So the handle of, or the scissors of the shears. These are all, what was I going to say? Solid images. No need to color anything in on this set, which is great. Also, side note, I did so bad with pulling additional samples today. Let me go look real quick. Hold on. Hold on. I have samples with this. Let me. Okay, here's that one. The other one I did. Reading. Sorry, I'm stepped away, so you probably can't even hear me. Remember one more thing here. Okay. Sorry, I do have additional samples. I'm going to write myself a sticky note to show them at the end because they're on a display board. I don't want to take them out. Show display board. Okay, so I have on the same board, BOA, oh my gosh, the Help Me Grow samples and the ones from the Forever, for whatever this one was called, the first one. I don't think I have a lot with the little horsey guy, but anyway. Okay, Help Me Grow. So you've got those gardening tools, and then this one, which I not so smartly also thought was a tool, because guess what? I don't garden. Y'all know I don't know the names of plants. I don't garden. I don't like to touch dirt, etc. So anyway, I thought it was a tool, but it is like a garden sign where you put the name of the plant on it. Right? So, but you can turn it into a tool, as I'll show you on one of my samples later. Okay, so we got those. Then we have the handles. The handles are, there's two different ones, a wood grain or a adorable floral handle, which is 2 steps, the flowers and the leaves. So I will show you a sample with those. And then this wood grain, like just literally wood grain, it's got uninked parts and inked parts, and you'll see that on the first card here. It looks amazing. Okay, so the other decorative images, there's like literally a dirt image that you can stamp inside the clay pot. And there is an image of a solid single flower with leaves on the left and right that are totally solid. The only thing is there's a hole in the middle of the flower where you could color in the center color. Now, all of those stamped images have dies. Does the flower have a die, though? I don't know if this little flower with the leaves on each side, I don't see a die for it. But you can die cut out, and these are larger than pictured on the front here. You can die cut out all those other stamped images, the handle, the pot, and the tools, and the gardening signs. Okay, so let me show you actual size. Here is the yard sign thing, whatever, the gardening sign, and here's the actual size, so much larger in real life. So the shears, same deal, just the shears part, not counting if you add the handles on, 2 1/4 inches tall. The sign is 2 inches tall. And then the handle is like 2 inches as well, this handle here, so 2 inches. The pot is right here. It's a solid terracotta pot, very solid. There's just a couple of lines etched out for the, near the top to give that detail. The pot is almost 2 inches tall by 2 inches wide at the top. Again, completely solid, no texture on it at all. So anyway, that gives you an idea of the sizing of these images. Let me see one more. The spade itself is like 1 3/4, and then there's a piece sticking out at the bottom that you cover up with the handle. Okay. Then words. We've got help me grow, hello, love you bunches, thanks, and good luck. Some are cursive, some are a mix of cursive and all caps fonts. Okay, so that's the stamp set. The dies are amazing because they have the dies that you can use to cut out the stamped images. And then on top of that, they have standalone dies. So bring over the ones that we're using today as well. So we have the, for example, the rake, or I don't know what else you call that thing. Terry, be careful. She says I'm at a stop sign so I can comment, love the cards. Be careful. So that this one cuts out the stamped image of that rake, like a handheld rake. I can't think of the word. I think there's another word, tilling or something. Then there's this detail one that's separate, standalone. So you could cut these two just out of paper, cardstock, foil, whatever, and glue them together and make a really detailed standalone without the stamps. So you can do one or the other or both. Same thing for everything else. So we have the large terracotta pot that cuts out the stamped image. And then this filler one is a smaller version of the pot, and it actually slices a hole or a line in the top to put a plant down inside. And then again, outline of the scissors, detail scissors, outline of the sign, detail sign, outline of the handle, detail handle. So you got all these different, basically 2 dies for each one. There's also a saucer die to set your terracotta pot on, which I'm going to use today. There is, again, detail spade, regular outline spade. There are 2 different standalone leaf stamps. I forgot that this one has been pulled out because we're cutting it for the class, but I'll show you. That is a stem with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 leaves. It's barely a stem at the bottom, and then it's just, you know, the lines going up and leaves, sprigs and leaves. And that one is basically to be inside the pot. So it's like a plant growing out of the pot. You can use it for all kinds of stuff. And then same deal with this one. It's just a different type of leaf, which I do not know what kind of leaf that is, but it's more pointy leaves and they have more veins. The other one just has one single vein. This has a bunch of veins and they're pointy. And that's a standalone leaf. So we have standalone, 2 standalone leaves that can be growing out of your flower pots. We have 2 different groupings of standalone flowers, very similar to that first card. We have another grouping of 3. It's 1 die that cuts out 3 very detailed leaves and these little or plants or flowers, I don't know, and these little tiny detail centers to go at the bottom of those leaves. There's a lot. There's this die here that cuts out 2 small flowers with a lot of details in them. I'm talking 1/2 inch or so. And then a tiny, tiny little leaf or flower center. That's 1 die that cuts out those. This one here is like a little string or handle to hang your tools from if you make it look like they're hanging. And I think last but not least is this die right here, which is a ground or like dirt sort of border. I have not used that one yet, but I believe it probably cuts off. It might just be texture, but I think it cuts off the top and then the bottom won't cut. That is 6 inches long, but just 1/4 of an inch tall. And there's a lot of lines that will cut into your paper when you cut that one. Hopefully I gave a good enough description on that. It's just an amazing set, even if you don't garden like me or plant or whatever you call it. You can make some beautiful cards with it. So there you go. These are my dies right now. Okay. Let's make card number 3. Card number 3. So for this card, we have a color is there? I think I forgot to pull one. I'm going to use this card base right here. It's basic white. But I'm going to be missing one in a second for the other card. And then I have all these pieces here for this card. Again, this is how your packet's going to be. So we're going to die cut all this stuff for you. Let me get this card base out of my way first. And the paper I'm using is called Cute as a Bug. It is the bug themed designer paper. This card will be portrait up and down. Cute as a bug, which of course on one side does have a lot of bugs. Most of the sides, there's one side with like caterpillars and ladybugs and stuff, but the other side is very gardeny. There's leaves, there's red and white gingham. I mean, not red and white, red and pink gingham. There's just like these patterns of almost like quilt patterns. There's plants like berries and strawberries and blackberries. So it goes really well. So on this card, I'm using this green sheet. It's green. I'm doing the shape because I punched it out of a circle with just little stems and leaves all over it. So that's punched out with a circle. And then this piece here is, the back is again a scene with the bugs doing all kinds of adorable stuff, but we're using the side that's a base or a white base with petal pink stippled ink all over it. Petal pink stippled ink. So it's perfect. So definitely consider the Cute as a Bug designer paper for your Help Me Grow suite, or bundle, I should say. It's not a suite. Okay, so we've got a piece of petal pink first to go on this card base, petal pink cardstock. Then the next layer is that stippled pink and white designer paper. Then we're going to have this circle that's been pre-punched with our 2 3/8 inch circle punch for you to layer on there. We have some cardstock here to stamp on, a scrap of basic white, a scrap of crumb cake, and a strip, a 1/2 inch strip of basic white for our greeting. And then we're going to punch out for you that old olive stem with leaves, 8 leaves with just the single line for a vein on each leaf. And then these 2 single flowers out of petal pink that are from that die I described earlier. Okay, so we'll cut all that for you. And then we'll give you 3 of the same dots as the last card, the pecan pie earthy matte dots. They got the word earth in them. This is a gardening set, match made in heaven, right? And a piece of ribbon. This is the gray granite variegated ribbon. Okay, let's stamp. We're going to use for this card Smoky Slate and Pecan Pie. Those are the only 2 colors. Let me do my Pecan Pie first. So this wood grain handle, you'll see when you stamp it. So I'm going to stamp it in Pecan Pie on crumb cake cardstock. And it's going to make the most amazing wooden handle for a gardening tool that you've ever seen. It's amazing. It looks so good. So there's that. And then on this piece of white, I need my tools. So I'm doing the spade and the rake. Hello from Florida on vacay visiting my daughter and grandkids. I have the Help Me Grow dies in my cart right now. Yay, Regine. Yay that you have. I'm laughing at Terry because she gave a laughing face for the fact that she's driving right now. Anyway, I'm glad. I hope these designs help. And if you stay till the end or come back for a replay, Regine, you'll see some additional ideas I'll share. Samples I have. Okay, so I'm going to tap, tap, tap. Don't press hard. Just tap. That goes for all of our regular ink pads. And stamp this in Smoky Slate. Now, full disclosure, I re-inked this pad yesterday, and it's so dark now. My other samples are much lighter because I didn't re-ink it before them. So it's just going to look different than my other samples, but it's fine. So I have the spade and the rake. By the way, they're very solid, but when you stamp them, there's some etched out parts that don't get any ink, so it adds like highlights and stuff. So they look really nice. Okay, I need to die cut all of these out. Oh, and I need to stamp my greeting. I forgot. I'm going to have this card say thanks. So thanks is a cursive, but it's very small. It fits on a 1/2 inch tall piece of paper. It's lowercase cursive. We're just going to stamp it right in the center and hand cut those ends. Just like before. One direction, same direction on both ends. And now we have a cute little greeting that's simple and easy to make. Okay, die cutting. So I'm going to cut these apart. Die cut them out. I wonder, I'm going to bring this over, see if it'll help. I have these little rubber things all over the room from Dollar Tree to help stuff not slide around. Okay, so handle and spade. Spade. And glasses so you can align it. Notice a couple of tips here just on die cutting, even if I'm using my regular machine or not. I like to always leave the bottom plate on the machine. I don't want to get everything aligned and then have to pick it up and shift everything. Also, close to going into the machine but not all the way to the top is where I like to place the dies if possible, because that gives them less time to shift around before they hit the cutting part. Okay. And of course the big machine works perfectly fine. This little one just fits better on the screen of the video. Use either one unless your dies are too large. How cute. To fit on this small one. Okay, I'm going to do the next one. So I hope y'all are enjoying the Stamping Morning Show. Just a reminder, you can comment, like, share, subscribe, all the stuff that'll help me out. Oh, by the way, did y'all see my post that I hit 6,000 subscribers on YouTube, which for me is a lot. So thank you to everyone who subscribed on YouTube. And if you're not subscribed, please feel free. That way you'll know when I post videos, which usually they're lives, but if you miss it, you'll get that replay. So there's the rake and the handle for it. Putting this down did help a lot, obviously. Dollar Tree, just get those shelf liners, and you can put it under your, this one is actually the one for my paper cutter. Under your paper cutter, your die cut machines, other machines you use, all that stuff, so that it doesn't slip and slide around on your work surface. And it's like $1, 25 or 50 or $2, whatever, but still pretty cheap. Sometimes Pop Shelf has good stuff like that too for cheap, even though it's not guaranteed to be $1. Pop Shelf is a great store for the stuff we use, y'all. Okay, let's put this card together. Let me attach my designer paper first to the petal pink cardstock. I'm just using my Stampin' Seal here. You don't need a ton of it. It sticks really well. And then attach that petal pink to the basic white card base. Then my circle of designer paper, I'm just going to put flat, basically in centered left to right, but more toward, a little bit more toward the top of the card. So a little more than halfway up. I can assemble my, what in the heck? Tools. Where's my silicone craft sheet? It's got to be here somewhere. Hold on. Stop and think. Well, this is not it. This is the one for class, but I'll use the class one because I don't know what I did. Okay, my other silicone. I'm going to add adhesive to the top back of the two handles. And then just place them on these tools. Very quick and easy. Now we have these cool, cute, super cute gardening tools. Use the silicone also. The silicone just keeps excess adhesive when you're putting adhesive on something small, like for example these leaves right now. It keeps the excess adhesive from your scratch paper, your glass mat, your foam mat, your work table, whatever it is, scratch paper. So it's great. And then I really don't know where I put this thing though. It's annoying me. The flowers, I'm going to use dimensionals. Of course, the minis are amazing because they work for both sizes. I'm also going to go ahead and place dimensionals on the back of the, I started to say fork, this rake. Okay, so we're ready to assemble. So the leaves are just an accent on this card instead of growing out of a pot. So I'm going to put them on the top right, kind of that highest leaf will kind of touch the top of the DSP, just growing out top right of the circle. Then my next layer will be actually the spade. It will be flat, touching the circle over here on the left-hand side. It's on the circle, but it's hanging off the top, so it's leaning to the top left at an angle. Then my next piece will be the rake. And it's going to be a little bit lower than the spade, leaning to the right, crossing over the bottom part of the spade. And we can add our flowers. They're on dimensionals. Top left of the spade, top right of the spade. They're just literally random. They're not necessarily growing off the leaves. My greeting, I'm going to put a little adhesive on the bottom right of it because I know it's going to touch this raised up handle of the, what is that thing called? Handle of the rake. And then a dimensional on the back left side, and just put this greeting over here to the left, bottom left of the circle, basically. Then tie a nice bow, bunny ears. I've already demonstrated bunny ears a little slower earlier on this card here. And that was a smaller bow. This is a larger bow, so you can do larger bunny ears. And then pretend it looks good if you're on a video, and trim the tails to match. We'll attach that. Let's see. No, nobody commented where my other silicone is. Okay, this bow I'm putting at the bottom, or let's say the top of the handle on the rake. Top of the handle. And then I have 3 pecan pie earthy matte dots, 1 large and 2 small, or 1 medium and 2 small. And I'm going to put a large and small on the bottom right on the DSP, and a small on the top left. That is card number 3. Card number 3, Help Me Grow bundle. Card class, free with an online order. You get the whole packet mailed to you with that online order, or you can purchase it as well. And you can even, figured it out, I put it in the first tub. You can even come take it in person with us Saturday. Okay, last card, card number 4. Card number 4. This one is also with the same bundle. Oh, getting mixed up. Found the other card base, so that's good. Yay me. And okay, so same bundle. We have a basic white card base, 5.5, 8.5, fold it in half. crease with the bone folder, portrait, up and down. Then our next layer is designer paper. By the way, these 2 cards were part of a team incentive also. So my team, a lot of my team earned it and got to make these cards plus 2 others for free, but that's a side note. Okay, this designer paper is, again, cute as a bug. This one side has the strawberries and blackberries, but the side we're using is sort of like quilt pieces. They're little squares of alternating old olive 3/4 inch squares with petal pink X's basically, but some of the green squares have different details in them. So old olive and petal pink, and it's really cute. That will be the next layer on the card base. We have a piece of Cajun Craze cardstock. And on top of that, this is a rectangle, will be a piece of basic white cardstock. And the basic white is, I didn't mean to say that. The rectangle will go on the card up and down. So not horizontal, vertical. And we're going to stamp on the white piece. And then we have this scrap of the designer paper, the cute as a bug. It's the same design we just used on the last card, which is, what do you call it? The pink, petal pink and white mottled, sort of stippled petal pink. That's a scrap we're going to do something on. You'll have a 1/4 inch scrap of basic white for our greeting. And last but not least, well, almost last but not least, we will pre-die cut that same exact leaf from the previous card in old olive for you again. You'll have a piece of the gray granite variegated ribbon, and this time the Cajun Craze dots from the earthy matte dots. 3, 1 large, 2 small. Okay, so stamping. We're going to grab Cajun Craze, petal pink, and pecan pie. I'm going to do my greeting first in pecan pie. So this is just a 1/4 inch tall. So the hello is what's going to fit on here. It's all caps. Hello. I'm going to go right in the center and cut it just like all the other ones today. So hello, pecan pie. The Cajun Craze ink is for the dirt image, but we're going to use it more like a deep, like a background. So ink up the dirt, which is like a long, skinny bunch of dots in Cajun Craze. Tap, tap, tap. Do not press hard. And then stamp it on the top left corner, full strength, and then just stamp it and move it around several more times, stamped without re-inking, and then repeat that on the bottom right. And it'll just make a nice, cute little, I guess background is the word, border type stamp. Just like on that other card, but with different stamp. Okay, so there's that. Remember, that card is, or that piece of paper is up and down portrait. Now on this petal pink cardstock, we're going to take petal pink ink and the terracotta pot image, which again is just a solid pot. And we're going to tap, 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 go to different spots on your ink pad because this is a very solid, large image, and stamp the flower pot in petal pink on top of this stippled cardstock. And what you'll get is a nice detailed petal pink, but almost like terracotta looking pot, right? I did not transfer my ink very well. Top right corners. Either that or I didn't ink it good. This is when you wish you used your stamping positioning tool, but it's literally fine also. There we go. Filled it back. I even made a little technique right there, a little detail. Okay, now I also want to stamp this again at the bottom. What I'm going to do, because the saucer does not have a matching stamp. There's no matching stamp, but I want the saucer to match the thing. So right down here, I'm going to stamp a partial piece of my pot. Let me remember. Yeah. Again. And that will give me the color I want to die cut out this saucer. Okay. Okay, so now also, so the only die cutting I need to do on this is the saucer and the pot. So I decided that I like it better, instead of die cutting out the large outline of this terracotta pot, I like it better to use the smaller standalone die that puts the slice at the top for inserting the plant. So I stamped the image, but I'm not using the large die. I'm using the slightly smaller die, which will just, you'll have an outline when you align it on the die cut machine. Layering them, I don't think is a thing that would look great, in my personal opinion, layering this die on top of that die, but you could try it if you want. So I'm just using it separate. And then also from this other section, I'm going to stamp or die cut the saucer. But okay. Thanks, Nancy. Hey, Regine started watching late, but we'll watch replay after. Awesome. Don't forget, y'all, when you watch replay, I mean, I like it when y'all watch live. Please do. When you watch replay, you can, of course, skip to the parts you want, but also you can speed up. I watch almost all videos on a higher speed. So let me show you again how it's aligned on there. That, you know, to save me some time. And then I slow them down, or I forgot to grab the foam, the sticky thing. I slow them down or rewind to things I need to pay attention to. Okay, so we have our little saucer. It does put a slit in there so that you can insert the pot into the saucer, right? So cute. So I've got my matching image. And then there's a slice in the top of the terracotta pot here to put a plant. I guess we could stamp dirt on the back side too, but I didn't. So, and look how detailed that saucer is. There's like an embossed line part of the ways down. Can't speak. So I like this one better. And there's also a detail embossed right here on the pot. I don't know if you can see it well on the video because of that white line, but there is an embossed part, just like a line right here. So really pretty, right? This stamp set is so cool. Also at our retreat, Michelle showed me a thing she made with the pots. I never saw her finished project, but she took the terracotta pots and honestly, I don't remember. I don't know if she stamped them or just die cut them out, but they were like on Cajun colored paper, and then she stippled white ink on top. That looks so good. It looks so good. So here's just so you can see what those look like after you've die cut. Okay, now we're just ready to assemble this card. Don't forget I have some bonus projects I will show you at the end. So let me attach this designer paper first. Sort of say the large one, but it's, I guess, the only one, to my card base. Then basic white that we did the dirt on the two corners. Then this piece will go on the card, this Cajun Craze with dimensionals, and I've used all of my minis. So I have these amazing edges that are very wide, and I'm just going to cut into pieces. And pop this up. Okay, I'm going to assemble the pot. Just Putting a little adhesive on the bottom of the plant to stick it in there temporarily inside the pot. And I don't remember how I did. I think I'll put a little adhesive on the bottom back of the saucer. Then when I insert this, it will stick back there. Insert the pot into the saucer. But now then I'm going to go add dimensionals to all of this, so that will secure it all together. Maybe go a little higher with your adhesive on the plant though, not just at the very tip, bottom tip. Okay, like that. And then add dimensionals. I'm going to secure that plant down right there. I'll secure the pot or the saucer, all the stuff. I think this is the last card because I'm almost ready for my morning show restroom break. I don't know how these people on real TV morning shows, they must, well, I guess they have segments where they're not in them so they can go to the restroom. Duh. All right. So this will just be centered on this white cardstock here. And then our greeting. Did not put the ends yet. Again, angle, same angle on each side. Dimensionals. Just use one because I have this large chunk here. And that will go right below the top rim of the plant or potting plant. Terracotta pot, whatever the heck. Then I'm going to make a bow, bunny ears, gray granite variegated ribbon. You've seen me do the bows a few times today now. This is a smaller bow than the last card. So make necessary adjustments there. And then this glue dot. The bow will go here below hello, but on the left side. So like at the corner, but below it instead of touching it like I usually do. I might trim those a little shorter, my tails, after the video. And then I've got my 3 Cajun Craze earthy matte dots. 1 large and 2 small. So I'll do a large and small up here in the top right of the white cardstock. And a small one down on the bottom left of that white cardstock. And that's card number 4. I got to keep my sticky notes here so I remember what I'm supposed to do. Okay, card number 4. Card 4. Thanks, Helen. Thank you very much. I like the bow better on my original. I did not do good just now. A little better. Okay, so first of all, let's see all 4 cards from today. This is that class again. You can take. You can either get it free with an online order. 1, 2, 3, 4 as far as the number in which these were made. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, in case you want to vote for your favorite. Free class packet with an online order, or you can purchase the class, or you can even come take it in person and use my stamps on Saturday. So those are the cards from today's video. And then I've got these bonus projects to show you guys, bonus ideas, I should say. Don't forget, though, that the recipe cards for all 4 will be emailed out tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central. So make sure you're on my email newsletter so you can get this email with, or that email with the link to these recipe cards. It's got measurements and supply list on it, and of course a picture. You can just view it or even print it if you choose. So there's that. And then I'm going to show you these extra samples, but just in case I forget before that, I want to make sure that I thank you for watching the Stamping Morning Show. Let's keep on crafting together. We can do, or you can do events with me, or just keep coming back and watching my weekly videos. I'm going to now, hope I look okay. I'm going to turn the camera up to my face so I can hold this display board up. Oh, hold on. Wrong button. Camera. Here we go. Okay, so the glare. But so this card here is another one from that team incentive. Look, I need to take them out anyway, but put them right back. Okay, from the team incentive. Nice and simple. Maybe I'll just point the camera down since I'm going to take it out because I can hold it easier. But sorry, I have to do it this way. What was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say about this card, but anyway, cute, right? Oh, and we use that detail on the handle there. Then I really want to show y'all this, the 2 steps to make the flower handle. It's so cute. You stamp the, in my opinion, you stamp the flowers first, then the leaves, they fit right in there. It's super easy. Then you die cut it out. Here is the standalone dies for the tools. And here's where I thought that was a tool, but it is not a tool. It is a sign. So don't do it that way unless you want to. But so there's that one. Let me put these back in the display board because I have an in-person class this Saturday and I want to take this with me. What else? This is a swap from our team meeting that Mary Ann did, and beautiful. She just die cut out designer paper, same one as me, cute as a bug. It's got this pattern in it too, and the country woods. And there's those other leaves that are very detailed when you die cut those out. And then look at the flowers she did. She die cut out the little flowers that are detail and colored in the centers with yellow. So beautiful there. Silver foil for the tools she used, those detail tools. Perfect. Okay. And then also I've got, sorry if my voice went low because I went away from the camera, but I wanted to show the this first card here, the friendly foliage. No, not that. What is it called? Why am I blanking on its name? This one, Forever Florals bundle. So here's a sample with that frame image that I showed you, the frame die, and then the standalone leaves and flowers. Here's one that uses a couple of those, that circle or sort of circular leaves and flowers image. And of course the standalone leaf there. This is that standalone circular leaves and flowers, but cut in half. Right there. And then just this additional sample. So those are some other ideas of Forever Florals because I didn't use all of the stuff that comes with it. Okay, so thank y'all very much for tuning into this week's show. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, let me know. Don't forget to register for the free Scrapbook 101, which is next week. And any other class or event or anything questions you have, just let me know. Thanks, Desiree, in Colorado. Good to see you. Thank you, Lori. I will say hi to Britt. I can't believe she never came in here. Even it's 11:30 a.m. Central here, and she normally gets her chicken at 11. So I don't know what the heck she's doing. She's very confused, I think. Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate it. Thank you, Helen. I will see everybody hopefully next week on Thursday at 9 a.m. Central. Bye. Bye.